This prospect has become the object of a notable sports management company's attention. However impressive an agent's qualifications may be, the trading in of a fledgling must leave the nest, for a big world awaits.
Good job.
This minor league team is reminded that the eyes of the organization are keeping tabs on them. A first conversation with a new representative can be exhilarating to a young player. A savvy agent will engender confidence in his client, confidence that he has a world of possibilities at his fingertips. But the measure of a good agent is how well he can turn these possibilities into actuality.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for your Binghamton Rumble Pony. Number 50, Marshall Law.
Leading off the inning, James O'Connor, and they'll need him to get something going here.
They look like they're up against it here, down 3 on the road, trying to come back against the closer.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. He's set. Here's the 0-1.
One.
Ibarra ranges to his left, and he'll take this to the bag himself. 1 gone here in the 9th. Ready once again, Woodrow Kurowski. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Now the 1-0. Taken, strike 1 outside corner. The 1-1 is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Splitter that misses too low, and he's behind 2-0 now.
The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the ninth is give the other guys any sense of hope. It's a good time to challenge here on 2-0, especially since there's a good chance he's taking until he gets a strike.
Two balls and 2 strikes now. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And this is in the air to right. And this should do it. He brings it in, and they have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and the home crowd is loving it as they jumped out in front in the bottom of the 8th, and they did what they had to do in the 9th to seal the deal.
5-2 the final score tonight. The Rumble Ponies came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Dan Panay gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Marshall Law closes the door for the save, his 14th. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vester.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for your Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Number 50, Marshall Law.
Striding in to start the 9th, Jerome Jacques, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
They look like they're up against it here, down 3 on the road, trying to come back against a closer.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. Swinging a ball chopped foul down the left side.
I always say hitting's a process of elimination at the plate. I think he could go ahead and eliminate changeup. 2 in a row, back to back. I don't think there'll be a third.
Count is 1-2 now. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th.
That's a pretty impressive pitch from a young arm like that. If you can spot your pitches there and advantage counts like 1 and 2, you're going to have a lot of strikeouts and soft contact.
First delivery to him on the way. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. The 1-1. A little bouncer, but it gets fouled. 1 out, nobody on. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And he swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line. And this one is gone. A home run. A solo shot down the line in right. 3rd home run for him on the year as this lead has been sliced down to 2.
That, my friends, is a cardinal sin for any closer. You can't give up the long ball. Good thing for him, he still has the lead. We'll see now if he can rebound and actually keep it.
In now, Johnny Little, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. The 0-1 delivery. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Well, this one's been a bit of a head scratcher despite their home run production today.
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all in the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Row, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most home runs is going to win the ball game.
No doubt. Some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
And this will be put away easily for the out. Striding in once again, Nelson Herrera. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. So tough to catch up when it's moving like that. The 1-1. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And it's fouled away.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, that's not exactly how you draw it up. He gave up a long ball to make it interesting, but it was the only run he gave up, and he hangs on to collect the save.
This one wraps up as a 10-8 final. The Binghamton Rumble Ponies rack up.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for your Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Number 50, Marshall Law.
Ready for another chance. James O'Connor. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
Law has been enjoying a great season, and fans have noticed he's currently leading all closers in all-star votes.
Yeah, Matty, not surprised this guy is on the top of the All-Star game voting, but you have to take a step back. This is being voted on by the fans, so I can't imagine how he feels to be voted in by his fans to start in the All-Star game right now.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. James O'Connor is retired to kick off the 9th.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
And the changeup is way low that time. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
Into the box now, Steve Vizcaino, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. 0-1. Here it comes. And that's taken for strike two, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. As them down to their final strike, here it comes. Bounce towards the mound. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Oh, he thought he had him right there. I did too, but no dice.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
4-2, the final score today. Binghamton took the lead in the second inning and
Good job right there.
Marshall Law takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Marshall Law.
Digging in to try it again, Joe Sears. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away. Digging in once again, Rob Quintana. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a strike. Bases are empty. One man out. And a good job to lay off the fastball there close, but it's 1-1. Oh, he pulls the string on the circle change. 1-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
Center fielder.
Stepping in now, Pedro Cabrera, as he'll take a look at ball 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. The 1-0 delivery. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
Just a tick behind for a strike.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that.
The count now at 2-2. 1 strike from a shutout. Here it comes. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here. And with that, this one is over.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
Marshall Law enters the game here an inning later than usual as he'll try to close this one out in the 10th. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Andrew Stevenson steps in to get the home side started here in the 10th. First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Here it comes, 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Nick Angel. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's set, and the pitch. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Sam Roach. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
You could see that this wasn't that difficult to play as it headed up the middle, but it might have taken a funny hop there, and he couldn't make the play on it. E6 all the way.
Ready for another shot now, Joe Sears. And, Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Roach, the runner at first with 2 gone. A ball and 2 strikes now. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And that one just missed outside. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Down the first baseline. But a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Runner on first with 2 away. The 2-2 one more time. Fouled off. He strikes him out to end it here as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate but could not cash in.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
3-1 the final score this afternoon. Jack Ragland earns the victory.
A fast-developing young player has gotten the attention of the higher-ups in management. Prospects may not realize how closely they are being watched, and by other organizations as well as their own.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Binghamton, number 50, Marshall Long.
Leading off the inning, Harper Odell, and they'll need him to get something going here. First pitch on its way, and this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
You'll hear me say this time after time up here in the booth. You fight so hard to get into these counts. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. They don't happen often. This is a huge spot. Count leverage. Look for him to get loose on the fastball right here.
And that's through for a hit.
Hey, that's a heck of an approach right there. Leadoff single in the late innings. Team's down a little bit. Let's see if this ends up being a huge turning point in this one.
Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Set to deliver the 0-1. The bunt. Nido is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Digging in the switch hitter, Ryan Cody. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Here's the first pitch to him. And he fouls this one off. Law, just 18 years old, has been enjoying a great season, and fans have noticed he's currently leading all closers in all-star votes.
Hey, let's give a round of applause to the fans for voting this guy first at his position right now. He is not what comes to mind when you think all-star, but you know what? Check the numbers right now in the first half. He has been a dominant player. This is well-deserved.
The 1-2. Hit hard but foul to the left, and they'll try it again. Odell, base runner at first with one out. And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Jorge Chavez. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. 0-1 the count. Lays off the circle change there, a ball and a strike. 2 out with the man at first. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
I'll tell you, if I'm on the hill, I'm throwing that changeup again. Didn't look like he picked it up very well out of his hand.
And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Well, it took about a game and a half to seal this deal, but they took the lead in the top of the 14th and hung on for the road win in the bottom of the 14th. That's a real team builder right there.
And tonight's one-run game comes to an end, 6-5 the final. The Rumble Ponies wrap up their...
A pitcher is confronted with a less than stellar stat.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for your Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Number 50, Marshall Law.
Kicking off the top of the 9th, Paul Cuellar, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Nope.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
No strike.
Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
In there for strike 1, 0-1. Law, just 18 years old, has been enjoying a great season, and fans have noticed he's currently leading all closers in all-star votes.
Yeah, Matty, not surprised this guy is on the top of the all-star game voting, but you have to take a step back. This is being voted on by the fans, so I can't imagine how he feels to be voted in by his fans to start in the all-star game.
First pitch of the at-bat. A ball and no strikes.
Counts 1-0.
Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
No strike.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself in counts where he's likely to be successful.
2-1 to count. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. Count remains 2-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off. Impressive that he did.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
He's proven to be an awfully reliable reliever this season. He wraps this one up and collects his 20th save of the year so far.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The Rumble Ponies rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Tanner Foss earns his 8th victory of the season. Juan Mateo pitched well. Miguel Nieve is going to be asked to try and be the rally starter as he's up off the bench, ready to lead it off in the 9th.
Leading off for Altoona, third baseman, Miguel.
Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. Oh, 1, here it comes. And he pulls the string on the circle change, but it's taken for ball one. One and two now as this catches the outer half. One and two, here it comes. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. The next 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Started that swing a bit too early.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
You got to be paying attention as an offense in a hitter's meeting in this situation. When you got a guy on the mound that you know the bottom can drop out of any pitch he throws, you have to elevate your sights.
The 0-2 once more is looked at for ball one.
1-2.
Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
Into the box, Sam Andino, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. Splitter that misses too low, and he's behind 2-0 now. 2 out, nobody on. And that catches the outside corner. It's 2-1.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Ball even at 2-2. Swing and a miss as they definitely had him reaching for that one, and this ball game is over.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
4-2 the final score today. The Rumble Ponies took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Sherman Gold earns win number 4 on the season. Marshall Law wraps it up for the save, his 21st of the year.
Good job. Your attention,
Marshall
please.
Law comes out of the
Now pitching
bullpen to
for
shut things down here in the
Number
ninth.
50, Marshall Law.
Striding in to start the ninth, Gordon Shed, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey, it's never easy scoring runs against a closer, but this lineup is setting up perfectly right now as the leadoff hitter leads off this inning.
Takes a knee-high fastball. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball just a bit up.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away. Stepping up to the plate, number 90. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First offering on its way. Ball 1.
Ball 1, no strikes. Ball
2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 on the way is offered at and missed for the first strike.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that.
All even now, 2-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
Now batting, first baseman, Oliver Aldred.
In now, Oliver Aldrich, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Taken called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
Man, you find yourself down 0-2 after 2 great executed pitches right there. Got to look for something up. Might have to tip your hat if he can stay down below the knees like that.
And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. The Binghamton Rumble Ponies